My name's Olivia. I'm 32, and I used to think I had it all figured out. I had a successful career, a beautiful house, and a husband who, on the outside, seemed perfect. But in the end, none of it mattered. It wasn't about the house, the career, or even the people around me. It was about what I was willing to do to get what I thought I deserved. I met Alex when I was 25. He was charming, confident, and so easy to talk to. At first, it felt like I had finally found someone who truly understood me. He didn't push me to be something I wasn't, and for the first few years we were happy. He wasn't perfect, but neither was I. But over time, I started to feel unfulfilled. Things weren't as exciting anymore. Alex was always so laid back, never pushing for more, never demanding. I didn't realize it at first, but I began to resent him. I felt like I was doing everything, the managing, the decisions, the responsibility. He never seemed to care enough, and I was always the one picking up the slack. I wanted more. I wanted excitement. I wanted someone who would make me feel alive, not just comfortable. And then came the fights. They started small, but over time they grew more intense. Every argument with Alex ended in the same way. He would stay quiet, refusing to fight back, and I would get louder, angrier. He wouldn't defend himself, and I'd feel like I was winning. But instead of feeling better, I started feeling worse. I wanted him to fight back. I wanted him to stand up for himself, but he wouldn't. Then one night, it all changed. We were in the middle of yet another argument, and I don't even remember what started it. I just know that something inside me snapped. I was so angry at him for being so passive, so unresponsive to everything. My emotions were out of control, and I said something I'd never thought I'd say. "You don't care about me," I yelled. "You don't care about anything. You're pathetic. You're weak. You never stand up for yourself." I don't know what came over me. I felt like I had to make him understand how much he was failing me. I had to make him see that I was justified in feeling this way. But as the words left my mouth, I saw something in his eyes, something I hadn't seen before. It wasn't anger. It wasn't even sadness. It was defeat. He didn't respond. He just stood there in the doorway of the living room staring at me. And that's when I did something I can't take back. In a fit of rage, I said, "You hit me. You always push me to the edge and you hit me." I couldn't believe I said it. The words came out before I even realized what I was doing. I had never been hit, but I was so desperate to win, so desperate to get out of this marriage, that I said something that I knew would make everything change. At that moment, Alex just looked at me, his face drained of all color. He didn't say anything. He just turned around and left the room. He didn't yell, didn't argue, didn't ask questions. He just left. I sat there, my heart pounding in my chest, feeling like I had just won. Finally, I had power. Finally, I had control. I was going to win the divorce, and I was going to get everything I wanted. I'd make him look like the bad guy, and I'd come out on top. For the first time in months, I felt like I was finally in charge. But what I didn't realize was that the consequences of my lie would follow me in ways I could never have imagined. The next day, Alex was gone. He had packed up and left, and I didn't hear from him for weeks. I moved forward with the divorce. I had everything planned out. I called my lawyer, told them about the incident, and they immediately took action. It seemed like everything was falling into place. Alex wasn't fighting back. He wasn't even defending himself. He was just gone. But then, 2 weeks later, I got a letter from the police. They had launched an investigation. Alex had filed charges against me for making a false statement, for slander. Apparently, he had never been more confused in his life than when I accused him of hitting me. He had gone to the police himself, trying to clear his name, and they had started investigating me for filing a false report. At first, I thought it was a joke. I thought, there's no way they could do anything. But then I realized something far worse. This wasn't a game. This was serious. I had ruined my life with one lie. I tried to ignore it. I tried to keep living my life as if nothing had happened. But the charges kept coming. The letters, the court hearings, the people who found out about it. It was like my entire world was collapsing. I tried to convince myself that I could get away with it. After all, no one knew what had really happened behind closed doors, right? But I couldn't escape the fact that I had committed a crime. I had destroyed Alex's life, and now I was destroying my own. The investigation led to a criminal record. I was charged with filing a false police report. The judge wasn't lenient. The evidence against me was clear, and the truth was undeniable. I was found guilty. My life, my career, everything I had built was now tainted. I couldn't believe it. I had gone from being the victim to being the criminal. I had gotten exactly what I wanted, divorce, but at what cost? I thought I was winning. I thought I was in control, but I was wrong. Now, as I sit here and think about it, I realize the truth. The thing I wanted most wasn't worth the damage I caused. The lie I told to get out of a marriage, the lie I told to make myself feel powerful, it ruined me. And now, I'm the one paying the price.